is that time of the week again where I'm answering reader questions. If you would like to send me a question, it can be about anything. You can email me at tonyak11.tk@gmail.com. In the subject line, if you could put on the reader question, that would be really helpful. But I like to answer reader questions. I get a lot of them. And this week's reader question is from Lisa Tripp. And it's with two P's, Tripp, Lisa. Thanks, Lisa. Actually, Lisa is a reader that is not on social media, so those are fun questions to answer, and this is why I like to do it, not just on, Facebook or Twitter, or Pinterest or Snapchat, Instagram. This way, this is a newsletter reader. And I like to connect with all my readers, and so that's one of the reasons why I've been making the videos and putting them on my newsletter. If you're not subscribed to my newsletter, then you can go to tonyakappes.com and subscribe there. Also, on my website, under the members only section, is a bunch of freebies and a bunch of really fun stuff. Interviews, scavenger hunts that I put in my novels, of items that readers have sent in, as well as games and which Kappes character are you from a novel that my publisher HarperCollins had put together, and which is kind of what going with what Lisa's question is. Lisa wanted to know that what is my whole thing behind the name switch for Maymee Bell. I had mentioned in a newsletter a few weeks ago, and I have also gotten a lot of messages and email questions from readers about why my Tonya Kappes author page on Facebook has now like Tonya Kappes author / Maymee Bell. So a lot of people have asked questions about that. Well, I'm happy to say that my wonderful agent, Jill Marshall, has got me a new contract with a brand new series starting in 2018 with Crooked Lane. And it is a mystery series, and it's not paranormal. There is no paranormal in it, which most people know that I usually write paranormal mysteries. You can see my books up there. And I love paranormal, but we are, I'm going to be still writing, obviously, my beloved Kenny Lowry series, which has a little bit of paranormal in it, for Henery Press. But in 2018, I will have a new series out with Crooked Lane. And I did sign a series, so it's a few books so far. The first one, it's a wedding baker mystery series. So her name is Sophia. Let's see, I can tell you a little bit about it. Her name's Sophie. No, it's Sophia. Yeah, her name is Sophia. As you can tell, I haven't started writing it, but she is in her early 30s, so she's a little older than what I normally write. She is a pastry chef, and she in Manhattan, but something happens and she comes back home to her small town in Kentucky, and it's Southern. So she she falls into this thing where she's making a cake for one of her high school best friends for her wedding, and ends up staying in the small town and opening up a wedding cake shop. So it's the fun Southern mystery that you guys have come to love in my paranormal series. Only this is no paranormal. It's a straight cozy, straight mystery. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope you really enjoy it. I think her mom is going to be the quirky character that I'm known for in my series. Her mom is definitely a Southern woman, and wants to keep telling Sophia to tuck the crazy, don't let people show the crazy, or don't embarrass our family. And her name is Elizabeth, but she's known in the town as Bitsy. So it's pretty exciting that it's coming together. It's a whole new series. It's really exciting for me to write. I love working with the editor there. She's very collaborative. They had a specific idea in mind when they came to my agent with the idea. And when they wanted me to write it, I'm very honored. And my agent said, hey, this has been presented and they'd like for, you to write this idea. And then when I talked with, because they like the southernness of my voice. So when I talked with the editor and everything collided, we were on the same page. It was great. It meshed. And so it's going to be really exciting. So with that, we decided that I would take a pen name. And I think the reason why I wanted to do that is because it is so not paranormal that I'm used to writing that I didn't know if I really wanted to skew those lines. And so what happened was that they said, well, obviously I'll promote under my name, Tonya Kappes, and Maymee Bell. But when we talked and collaborated, we decided that we would just kind of mesh the stuff on social media. So in social media, you'll see, in my website, you'll see the whole Maymee Bell, Tonya Kappes immersion, like a lot of authors do. But I picked that name because my grandmother's name was Maymee, and that's such a Southern old-fashioned name that you don't see it a lot anymore. And I thought, gosh, I was so close to my granny. As y'all know, I put grannies in all my books, and they're always a main character. That I thought, gosh, I'll take her name. And as you also know, that in one of the books, one of my ghostly books, I have Maymee Sue Preston because my grandmother really does spell her name this way, Mamie, and Preston was her last name, her maiden name. Her actual name was Maymee Lowry, which again goes back to the Kenny Lowry series because that's my maiden name. But my grandmother's maiden name was Preston, but she married my papa, who was a Lowry. And so, I love my family. I'm very family oriented. And so when I'm, kind of nostalgic about my name and naming and very proud of my names and my family, that the best way for me to honor them is that way. And my granny Maymee, was such an instrumental part in my life growing up that I wanted to honor her in some way. And so Maymee Bell is the name that I chose, and Crooked Wayne really liked it. So we're going to go with that. So thank you, Lisa Tripp with 2 P's, on sending in that question. And if anyone else wants to ask me a question, you can send those questions to tonyak11.tk@gmail.com. In the meantime, if you would like to head over to my Facebook page, which is the Tonya Kappes author / Maymee Bell, or if you just type in Tonya Kappes on Facebook, you will find different things. I'm hosting a weekly giveaway of different items, and I hope you go over there and join that. And you will find those every week on Monday at my page, and the winners are announced on Thursday. So it helps get us through those crazy Monday days. So good luck, and keep sending in those questions because I love answering them. Hope y'all have a great week. Bye.